about Flash?
No substance.
So today's top 5 are the top 5 worst castings in superhero movies.
Okay.
Now, right now, Justice League is out. It's doing but is it because of the casting?
No, not at all.
It's because of the movie. Got it. All right.
Because of the movie.
All right.
That's always what the problem is. It's always the movie, sir. It's never the castings.
Well, you got some questionable castings, with Jason Momoa being Aquaman. I keep thinking of Roman Reigns every time I see him.
You still don't like Jason Momoa?
I like Jason Momoa.
That's questionable?
Yes, it is, because I just see Roman Reigns. Terrence, go first.
All right. So, like I said, there's never terrible castings. There's just terrible movies, except for these 5. And my number 5, Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. That was the worst thing ever. It didn't make sense. I wouldn't believe that he was Prince Adam. I didn't believe that he was He-Man. There was no plan. The movie was bad altogether. But he never sold me as like, what is he like? He's not Austrian. What is his?
He's Swedish, isn't it?
Something like that. But dang it, He-Man is American. He's actually Eternian, by the way, but he didn't carry.
Which in that universe is American. America.
So I couldn't get past the accent that he had. He didn't come off as He-Man to me. Like I said, the story was really weak. But the biggest thing that stood out in that movie, in a weak story, in a bad movie,
Franklin joke.
The fact that his interpretation of He-Man was just not good at all. All right.
Number 4.
I feel like this is an easy shot, but it still deserves to be on the list. Ben Affleck as Daredevil.
Okay. You would have said Batman. I would have.
I was just messing with you. All right, so we all know that he didn't do a good job as Daredevil. It was early in his acting career, and so he
was still Geely.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck.
He was still Geely. This was before Geely. Batman.
Exactly. Worse. He was chasing Amy.
So yeah, this is chasing
Elektra.
Yeah. So he didn't do a really good job. His acting was really stiff. The only thing that was great about his character in that movie was the costume, because they still haven't gotten the costume right since then. Because that was a perfect costume, just a bad person wearing it.
Number 3!
Number 3, which I don't think this is going to be on your top 5 list because it gets overlooked, because technically it's still comic booky because it was a comic. The Lone Ranger, and we got Johnny Depp as Tonto. That was freaking racist what he did to Tonto in that movie.
That's a good point, actually.
It was horrible. It was watching Jack Sparrow play Tonto, and it was like, I can't believe that they signed him to do that. I know why they did it, because it was Johnny Depp, but he did not. He was trying to be quirky, and he was trying to be Jack Sparrow being Tonto, and I was like, I really hated what he did.
Jack Tonto.
If I was Native American, I would have picketed that movie. Wow, that was deep.
That was pretty good. Number 2,
it's more recent than any of the other ones that are on my list.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yes, it is. As Lex Luthor, because I hate him as Lex Luthor. I can't stand him as Lex Luthor. I hate his interpretation of Lex Luthor is bad. I'm sorry. They should have got the guy from Breaking Bad to be Lex Luthor,
or Mark Strong, the guy that plays Sinestro.
Anybody else but Eisenberg, or let Eisenberg do something else. They should have told him when they did the first thing. They were like, "All right, action." Stop that. Don't do that again. Get over in the trailer until you figure out how to do a great Lex Luthor.
Can we get Gene Hackman back?
Even in the midst of all his sexual harassment and coming out of the closet, can we get Kevin Spacey back?
Oh.
I will take him.
Yeah. Number 1!
And this is always going to be number 1 on my worst castings of anything.
Probably the same as mine.
Probably. Shaq as Steel.
It's not the same as mine.
Okay. It should be, sir, because he was not John Steele at all. I don't understand. I understand.
He wasn't even real Steel.
I understand his appeal in the NBA at the time was really, really high. They had put him in some other things. Blue chips had come out, stuff like that. They thought Shaq could carry a movie, and we found out he can't. So let's never ever do that again.
Yeah, you know what? You had up-and-comers too back then. Yeah, but you had Jai White, man. How come you didn't throw Jai White and have him be Steel instead of freaking Shaq?
Very true, because he wasn't big enough to be Steel.
Okay.
And he was probably.
I don't even think the Steel character is that big.
Yeah.
All right.
John Henry is a folk legend. You can't have a small guy be John Henry.
All right, fine.
John Steele, John Henry, but it's basically based on the John Steele folklore.
My number 5 starts with Jessica Alba, Fantastic Four.
Really?
Yes.
Really? But she looked amazing, sir.
She looked beautiful, great actress, good actress, but she is not Sue Storm. There's no way in hell.
She's not white?
Exactly.
You heard it here first.
I mean, they give her blue contacts and blonde hair. I mean, that's a chola right there with the freaking.
Well, I mean, I got past it. She looked good in that outfit.
She did look good. I give her that. But it just.
Dude, that's her showing her range, sir. That's passion in that role.
Oh man, number 4. Topher Grace as Venom.
That was horrible. It was horrible, but it wasn't horrible enough to make my top 5 list. But I agree with you, sir.
That movie,
never should have put Topher Grace.
Exactly. And I understand it, and we talked about it on our You Don't Hate Spider-Man 3, so check it out.
Yes.
But you actually brought it up about how they originally auditioned him.
He was originally supposed to be Peter Parker.
And because of Venom and Spider-Man, they're so opposite. That's why they chose him.
Yeah, we chose him because it was kind of like a mirror type deal, and I was like, but that's not what Eddie Brock is.
Yeah, so horrible.
Yes, nothing scary about Topher Grace.
Number 3.
I should do my taxes. Number 3.
Number 3. Jamie Foxx is Electro.
That is horrible too, sir. There's a lot of bad ones out there.
I love Jamie Foxx. One of my favorite actors in the world. Great comedian. He's triple threat, straight up. But his interpretation of Electro, whether it was the director's fault or not, it doesn't matter.
I put that one on the director.
It was he resembled a lot of how Jim Carrey looked at Edward Nygma. And that's the
it makes sense.
I had a little bit more.
It does not make sense for Electro.
Right, exactly. But that's the route it seemed to go that way. The exact same thing. It mirrored the Jim Carrey interpretation of the Riddler. Everything except he wasn't as wacky and all that. No, but
I put that more on the director because they did a lot of weird things with Electro in that movie, and it was like this whole.
Where he turns into electricity and goes into the outlet. Yeah.
It was really bad.
That was bad. That was horrible.
Really bad.
All right. Number 2 is also Jesse Eisenberg, or Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Zuckerberg.
No, it wasn't Lex Zuckerberg. It was I can't remember. I always forget the guy's name because he wrote comic books and he's helped write some movie treatments. But he based the character on the mannerisms and the speech pattern of that guy. And I've seen that guy be interviewed, and I was like, that is totally what he was doing. And I was like, that was not a good choice.
And it was not a good choice. Not for Lex Luthor. No way. So yeah, Social Network. This is not. It's BVS. Number 1. George Clooney is Batman. I cannot.
Put it in your list.
I cannot take George Clooney as Batman. I mean, there was nothing about George Clooney.
Pull out the back cards?
No, that was awful. That was horrible. Everything about that whole movie was just horrible, and he even admits it. He even admits that he had no business playing Batman. But hey, you know what? They took a chance.
They wrote that check. He was like, I'll be Batman.
I guess I'm Batman. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't go back to Kilmer, Doc Holliday. I don't know why.
Because they didn't like Kilmer.
I guess not. But you know what? He did a hell of a lot better job than George Clooney. He had no business being that. And yeah, so he is my number 1 worst castings of all time. Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. All right, so the ones for honorable mentions that I put down are people who just got beat up too much as bad casting. So I'm like, you know what? Let's put some shine on some other people. So obviously, it's gonna be George Clooney as Batman. I did not like Val Kilmer as Batman. I didn't.
I like Val Kilmer as Batman.
And also, like Halle Berry gets beat up quite a bit.
Okay, but do you beat her? Okay, you beat up for Catwoman or Storm? Because I liked her as Storm.
I was okay with her as Storm. It wasn't the best Storm. I was like, we could have done more with the character of Storm, but it wasn't horrible. But Catwoman was really bad.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, you got the other one.
Okay, mine's Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dr. Freeze. I agree with Art. I agree with Art 100% with that. The freaking ice puns were way too freaking much, and
way too much for that movie.
It was way too much
for that movie.
Yeah, he had the chance.
Worst thing you found in that movie.
He had the chance to make Dr. Freeze. He could have played it the way he played the Terminator, the T-800 in Part 1. If he would have played it that way, it would have been awesome.
But Dr. Freeze is not like
I don't care. Play it anyway.
Not that way.
Dolph Lundgren is Punisher.
Dolph Lundgren is Punisher. I thought about that one, but I kind of had a little bit in my heart for that movie because it was the first interpretation as Punisher for me that I ever come across live action. And even though they had to paint on the beard and stuff.
Who was really the culprit? Him, the director, or the hair dye?
I'm okay with him. The hair dye was bad.
The hair dye.
I'm okay with him. Look, he doesn't like you playing something that you're not. So you can't be Hispanic playing a white girl, and you can't be a blonde guy playing somebody who has black hair in a 5 o'clock shadow because Dolph Lundgren has neither one of those.
Thomas Jane is way better. He's probably the best Punisher out of everybody.
I love John Bernthal as Shane.
As Shane, yeah. I love Shane as the Punisher.
I was about to say his Shane version of the Punisher.
The Punisher. That's awful.
All right, so I will take us home.
Oh, Terrence, take us home, please. Get me the hell out of here.
All right, so obviously with a bunch of comic book movies coming out, we're always going to see some really good castings, and we're going to see ones that we don't really agree with. So make your list right now, put it below in the comments, and as always, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and do all the other things we ask you to do on this channel that, we hope you do anyway.
For Art on the side and Aspen in the back, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And we'll see you next time.
But you got to give him a little bit of time.
Like there's a
It's like my number 5. My number 5 is a flat. My number 4 is.
I thought you said you weren't gonna edit.
I had a seizure. That's how fast they were flashing. Ah!
I was being